What's her name?
Blanca.
Had you and Blanca been engaged long?
Only a couple of weeks. She had a son, too, from when she used to be married.
What do you think went wrong?
Her husband was an asshole, supposedly.
With your relationship?
Oh. I don't know. I mean, I wish there was a reason, but she says there isn't. I think maybe it's because we have way more money in my family than hers. They're immigrants. And that might have scared her.
Have you been feeling suicidal, Anthony?
A little bit.
Have you ever tried to kill yourself?
No. I mean, once me and my friends jumped off my garage roof, but, that was just to fool around.
Are you sleeping a lot?
I'm tired. I keep waking up.
Nightmares?
I just keep thinking about her. I mean, it hurts, but I can't help it.
Does anything in life give you pleasure lately?
I don't know. Not really.
There's a medication called Lexapro. It's an antidepressant.
I have friends who take that.
Well, I'm going to write you a prescription. How have you been dealing with it?
It's really sad, but it's kind of the same as with Blanca. I mean, I don't really just keep thinking about things the way I did. Over and over,
Well, for one thing, perhaps the meds are working. Did you finally enroll?
I'm in a few classes. Unofficially, until my transcript clears from Ramapo. I'm beginning English. Oh, and I went to a class on the history of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
Wow.
I mean, it's hard to pick up in the middle. I might take it next semester. I mean, it's so dicked up over there. And no one knows who started it.
Are you sleeping?
What, in class?
No. You were having trouble, remember? I can tell you're upset.
Big fucking deal.
What exactly happened this week?
Nothing. People walk around like this is all something. They're fucking laughing. Nobody takes even 1 second to think about what's really going on.
You sound depressed again.
I mean, how can anybody not be? You'd have to be fucking nuts not to be. I mean, you'd have to have your head wedged so far up your ass that all you could see is your own stupid face.
What specifically are you talking about?
I mean, everything is so fucked up. I mean, why can't we all just get along?
You must have seen fights before. Your friends beating up the African kid. Why do you think that's been impossible to shake?
They had my back after all the shit with Blanca. Now they care about me.
Did you try to stop the beating?
I'm one individual. Or what could I do? I know kids on Lexapro say it's great. And I still feel like shit. Why can't I catch a fucking break?
Your classes, how are you enjoying those?
English is boring. And the other one's kind of interesting, but it's pretty depressing.
The Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
People blowing each other up because their God says they're allowed to live in a certain patch of fucking sand. And other people's gods say they're supposed to live there. Maybe I shouldn't have taken it.
You seem to be taking it all personally.
These mujahideen assholes, like in Indonesia. And they, like, want to kill everybody.
Have you considered writing about your experience with the Somali boy? A short story, perhaps?
Why would I do that?
It might help clarify your feelings.
I was watching CNN. This story about these kids in some Iraqi hospital. Now the burn unit doesn't have the right medicine or something. And then they show this story about some mall in Minnesota. And these gigantic fat people buying stuff and eating all this shit. You know, it's like my parents. And you should see our house. And the stupid coffee maker they got. Media room. You know, then there's Blanca. Her kid hardly talks. She can't afford to send him to a decent school.
You think your feelings about Blanca in any way relate to this African boy?
She's not black. I mean, she's pretty tan.